Hello friends, I'm Neshik and today in this video I'll teach you how to create a fundraising and charity donations website like Kickstarter, GoFundMe and Keto with WordPress. In this website that we're going to create in this video, you can raise funds for your project, startup, non-profit organization, charity, NGOs, etc. And apart from regular fundraising features, this website has some really amazing and unique features. Like first of all, here everything happens on the front end. So whether you want to create or edit a new campaign, creating rewards, changing profile settings, everything is done from the front end. Your users don't have to go to the dashboard or the back end to do these things. Second of all, it has a really amazing front end dashboard with beautiful graphs and information. And anyone can come to your website and they can create a campaign and raise funds for their projects and you get a commission on that. Obviously because everything is happening on your website. And there are many more features that obviously I'll show you later on in this video. Now first of all, let me show you a very quick demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. So if you follow my step-by-step tutorial, this is the website that you will be creating and this is all the features that you will be getting. So first of all, if you see, this is the website that we'll be creating. If I scroll down, this looks beautiful. As you can see, this is the exact same website that I'll show you step-by-step how to create this website. Now at top, if you see, this is our header. Now another great thing about this website is that we have a inbuilt header builder, and so you can create these kind of headers by yourself. So if you, for example, if you don't want this top section, you can just get rid of that section. Similarly, if you don't want your logo at the left hand side, maybe you want it in the middle or at the right hand side, you can have that thing as well. If you don't want this entire section, if you don't want this phone number section, you can just delete that section. If you want to add something else, if you want to change the style, if you want to change the height, everything can be changed. So basically, we have inbuilt header builder in this website. Now in this header, if you see, you have your email address and your address over here. Then after that, we have this link. So if you click on this thing, we have added few links over here. So if you want to add a new project, you can click on this link. If you want to see your front-end dashboard, you can click on this link and all the other links. Then if a person wants, they can simply click on this link, add a project, and they will see this page. Now they can simply fill in this form and they can create a new project from the front end itself. They don't have to go to the back end to do that thing. They can create the project from the front end itself. They can simply enter all the basic details that is required over here and they can create their first campaign or their first project. Let's again come back to our home page. Then you have your main header. Now in the main header, you'll see we have our logo and after that we have our menu in the middle and at the right hand side we have this thing. As I said earlier, if you want to change the layout, you can easily do that. Now if you see, the next section that we have is this beautiful slider section. So I'll show you how to create a slider like this. In fact, I'll just give you this slider. You can import it on your website and you can do some changes on this slider. So this is an amazing looking slider, as you can see. Very useful. If you don't want this slider in the first section, if you want something else, you can have that thing as well, obviously. Now in the next section, if you see, we have displayed our top categories. So you can again see the design looks amazing. We have used this consistent color throughout the website. This is our primary color, this blue color, and this greenish color is our secondary color. So I've used this, this same color throughout the website just to make your website more professional so that your website looks, pretty much similar throughout. Okay, we are not using different font families on different pages or different color scheme or different color palettes on different pages. So your website will look pretty consistent throughout. So this is how this looks like. Now, if someone wants to see only technology related campaigns or projects, they can obviously click on technology and they can see those projects. Then when you scroll down, we have a call to action button. And again, if you see in this section also, if you see in the background, we have a very beautiful pattern going on. Here also, if you see in the top section, we have a very beautiful pattern going on in the background. So I'll show you how that is done. Now, if again someone clicks on this button, because this is a call to action, they will be redirected to create a project page. Then we have featured few projects on our home page. So if you want, you can feature few projects on your home page. And obviously I'll show you how a single project or how a single campaign page looks like. Then when you scroll down, you have this counter. You can display different numbers or different things over here. So for example, how many numbers of project completed, you can use these kind of icons, this color and all. Okay. Then if you see this section, this is how it looks like. Again, we are adding few more projects, few more campaigns on our home page. Then again, when you scroll down, another call to action button. So again and again, if you see, we have added 2-3 different call to actions in the homepage itself. Obviously, because we want more and more people to create different campaigns. The more people create campaign, the more money you can earn. And obviously, because if you're doing this for non-profit organization also, you want your project and you want your website to be more popular, more work should be done through your website. So very important. Then when you scroll down, you can have your testimonial section. So as you can see, again, very beautiful, professional looking testimonial section. Then we have this video section. So you have this nice title over here at the left hand side, and at the right hand side, if you click on this thing, you will see this pop-up and this video will start playing. So you can have a video section like this. Then we'll also see how to create these kind of news and articles. So basically we'll see how to create different kind of blog posts. Now these things are really important. Most people just ignore it. But these things are really important because blog posts help you to get, organic traffic for free using Google search results. So very important. Again, when you scroll down at the bottom, I have added this MailChimp newsletter form. So if someone wants to sign up for your newsletter, they can simply enter their email address and click on subscribe. And obviously they will be added to your MailChimp list. Then obviously at the end, you have your footer. And again, this is also not a default footer. We have designed it ourselves. So we also have a footer builder built in our website. So I'll show you how to create that thing, how to use that footer builder to build a beautiful footer like this one. Then if you want, you can click on this call to top button and you can go to this top page. Now let me show you one thing. Let's open a single page. Let's open a single campaign so that we can see how it looks like. So let's open this one. Now as you can see, the single campaign page looks something like this. First we have the same header. Then after that we have this title section. So here the title, then we have the breadcrumb over here, and then your project or then your campaign. You can call it project, you can call it a fundraiser, you can call it a campaign. So this is how it looks like. At the left hand side, you can either showcase some video or you can also showcase few images or some gallery of images. Then you can have your short story. So in few lines, you can explain about your project or about your fundraiser. Then in the right hand side, first of all, a person can see what category this fundraiser belongs to. So this is related to film and videos. Then the title of the fundraiser, you can see how much money is pledged. So $500 is pledged by one backer and how many days left for this fundraiser to end. Now the goal is $15,000 and after that 500 is raised. Now if you also want to donate some money, you can type in some money. For example, if you want to donate $100, you can select this option, click on back campaign. Now in the next step, you will have to do the checkout. You can make payment through PayPal, through credit card, debit card, or you can also make payment through this wallet system that is inbuilt in this website. So this option is added over here. Once you make any payment, obviously this bar will increase and your name will be added in this backer list. And in the backer list, you can see this person has donated $500 on this date. Obviously, if you want to become anonymous, if you don't want your name to be shown over here, there is one option for that as well. I'll show you about that option later on in this video. Now under story section, this section will have more detail about this project or about this fundraiser. So you can add images, you can add videos, you can add text, list, all these things to explain more about the project. Then we also have the reward system. So if someone makes a payment or someone makes a donation or someone pledges some amount of money, in this example, as you can see, $320 or more, you will give them this reward. Okay, so 31 rewards are left. So if someone wants, they can select this reward as well. So that you can select this reward, you can give them this reward as well. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now let me show you the front end dashboard. So if you click on this thing, click on dashboard. This is how your front end dashboard looks like. So you can see how much money you have raised, how many people have totally backed your projects or your campaigns. You can see all these things. If you want to add some money in your wallet, you can type in that thing, click on add balance. In the next step, you'll have to go to the checkout and you can add some money in your wallet. And after that, if you want, you can also connect it with Stripe. Now, if someone wants to withdraw their money, if you're a person who is running this campaign, if you want to withdraw this money, I'll show you later on in this video how you can do that. If you want to create a new campaign, obviously you can just go ahead, click on this button, add new campaign, and you can just fill in this simple form and create your own campaign. Now you can also post some updates for your campaign. So if you open any campaign, you'll see you'll have different updates. So if you scroll down, this campaign is updated few times. As you can see on this date, this project is now live on Crowd. So if someone wants to post a new update for their campaign, they can go to first this option, my campaigns, and here they can see all the different things. Now if they want to update this campaign, they can click on update, and they can now type in the update related to this campaign. Click on add update, and they can type in the update. So this is how this thing works. Now in this video, we'll also learn how to create different pages. So I'll show you how to create your about page as well. So as you can see, this is how your about page looks like. Again, you don't need to create it. I'll just give you a simple layout, a simple pre-made template. You just need to import it on your website. So doing everything will be pretty easy. Similarly for contact page as well, we'll see how to create this page or how to import this page on your website. Alright, so this was a very short demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. I hope you guys like the demo website. Now if you like this demo website and if you want to create this amazing website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. Now before we proceed further, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. Now if you find this video helpful, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now let's start creating this website. Alright guys, now to create any kind of website, whether it's a fundraising website, an e-commerce website, a simple blog or a business website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, godaddy.com, youtube.com, google.com, all these things are different domain names. So we also have to purchase a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing related to your website is your hosting. A hosting is basically a computer wherein this entire website is saved. So if you see this entire website, including all the different media files, all the different campaigns, all the different pages, the database of this website, in fact, this complete website is saved in a computer, and that computer is running 24/7. So that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live. So your website is always live, it is always up and running. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website security, and even your website's ranking in Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you selected a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. You will have better security on your website and you'll also get better ranking in Google search results. And obviously in contrast to that, if you select a cheap, crappy hosting, your website speed and performance will be really bad and your website security will also be not that great, and you also won't get better ranking in Google search results. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only a handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you one thing. Just open a new tab and type in this link. You should be redirected to this page. Now here you can see we have three different plans available: Fast Cloud, Fast Cloud Plus, and Fast Cloud Extra. So basically this is cloud hosting and we have three different plans. If you hover over this option, all important features, you can read about some of the basic and important features that you get with these hosting. So first of all, you get cPanel and Softaculous app installer, which will be useful to install WordPress on your website or WordPress on your domain name. Then after that, we also get free daily backups. So your website will automatically be backed up every single day. So even if something happens to your website, you can easily restore your website. Then after that, you also get free daily backup. So your website will be backed up every single day. So even if something happens to your website, you have the daily backup. You can easily restore your website. Then we also get free Cloudflare CDN. We get Let's Encrypt SSL, which is very important. Now, because we are creating this website and in this website, we'll be accepting online payments, we want this thing over here. So we need SSL certificate. If you don't have SSL certificate installed on your domain name, you'll not be able to accept online payments. So very important. Then to furthermore improve your website security, we also get BitNinja server security. There are a few more features, you can read about them if you want. If you hover these options, advanced features, you can read about these features as well. Then after that, with this plan, with these two plans, Fast Cloud Plus and Extra, with these two plans, you can host multiple websites in one hosting. So what does this mean? So today you're creating this website, this fundraising website. Tomorrow, if you're going to create some other website, maybe an e-commerce website or a blog or a business website, tomorrow again, you don't need to purchase a new hosting. You can host all your website in one single plan because this supports multiple websites hosting. Then after that, we also get free website transfer and domain transfer. So if you have registered a domain name somewhere else, maybe on GoDaddy, Namecheap or some other website, you can register or you can transfer and migrate your website for free. Even if you created a complete website. So if you have already created a complete e-commerce website on some other hosting, maybe on GoDaddy, maybe on HostGator or Bluehost, and if you're maybe not satisfied with the speed and performance of that hosting, then these guys will help you to migrate your website for free. Now in the next step, I'll show you how that is done. Now with this, you're also getting 25 GBs of SSD space. Now most of the hosting providers use the HDD space to host your website, but here at Fast Comet, these guys use the SSD space. But most of the companies, most of the hosting providers, they use the HDD space to host your website. Now if you compare SSD and HDD, if your website is hosted on SSD server, that is on Fast Comet server, your website will be 30 to 40 times faster than other websites which are hosted on some other HDD server. So this is really important. Also, you're getting 25 GBs of space, which is more than enough. If I talk about this website, this entire website, as you can see, I have multiple projects over here, multiple campaigns, many different pages, post, media file, everything is given over here. The total size of this website is hardly 200 or 300 MBs. So you don't have to worry about this space. With 25 GBs of space, you can create hundreds of different websites. Again, if you want, you can scroll down, you can read more about all these features. I don't want to waste a lot of time over here. For most of you guys, I would just recommend you to start with the Plus plan, Fast Cloud Plus plan. So simply select this plan and click on this Get Started button. Now you will be redirected to this page, and here you have to register a new domain name. So whatever domain name you want to register, you can type in that thing over here. Suppose if I want to register this thing, nayashik.com, I can type in Nayashik over here, and at the right hand side from this extension list, I can select .com, .net, .me, .in. Many different domain name extensions are given. So whichever domain name extension you want, you can simply select that and click on this button, use this domain. Or if you have already registered a domain name on some other website, maybe on Namecheap or GoDaddy or any other website, you can select this option. I already have a domain name, and now here you can select that domain name. You can enter the domain name that you have registered on GoDaddy, and after that click on use this domain. Now what to do after this thing, I'll show you in the next step. Now in this case, I want to register a new domain name. So I'll type in that domain name and click on use this domain. Now in the next step, you have to enter your basic information. First of all, under account information, you have to enter your name, your email address, master password, your address, phone number, all these basic details. Now from here, these two things are pretty important, email and master password. Now whatever you enter under email and master password, this thing will become your login details, or this thing will become your login credentials. So whenever you want to log into your Fast Comet account, you will have to enter this email address and master password. So make sure whatever email address and master password you enter over here, make sure you remember that thing. Make sure you write it down or type it down somewhere. Then after that, we have the product information. I would recommend you not to touch anything under product information. Leave this extras option and just come to payment information. Now you have to make payment for this hosting. You will see there are different options available. We have credit and debit card option available. So if you want to make payment through your credit card, debit card or your ATM card, you can just enter your card details. So here, just make sure that only 4 types of cards are accepted: American Express, Visa, MasterCard and Discover. Now the reason I'm saying this is because most of the people in India have a RuPay card. Now RuPay is a domestic card which is not accepted anywhere outside India. So if you have a RuPay card, you better get your card updated and upgraded to Visa or a MasterCard. Now if you want, you can also make payment through PayPal. So this option is available. Now once you do all these things, just go ahead at the bottom, tick mark these 2 things and click on this button, complete order. Now once you click on that button, you have to now come to this website, my.fastcomet.com, and here you have to enter this email address and master password that you have entered in your previous step. So whatever email address and master password you have entered in your previous step, type in the same thing over here and click on login. Now this is your client area for Fast Comet. You have to scroll down. Now first of all, let's see this support tickets option. If you click on support tickets and if you select submit ticket, so if you have any problem with your website speed, with your website's performance or anything like that, you can always come to this support ticket option and you can raise a new ticket. If you have anything related to billing or sales, SSL installation, website transfer, cPanel help, if your website is down, anything like that, you can select this option and you can contact the support team and fast comment. Now here what I want to show you is this option, website transfer. So if you have already created a website on some other hosting, and if you wanna transfer your website, if you wanna migrate your website to fast comment, you can fill in this detail, you can fill in this simple form, you can enter your current control panel link, username, password, all these things. You can enter your website name that you want to transfer, and after that these guys at fast comment will do this thing for you. Now again, if you come back to fast comment, we have one more option under support tickets. The second option is this option. If you want to change your domain name, DNS support, domain management, if you want to migrate your domain, all these things, you can use this option. All right. Now again, let's come back to fast comment cPanel. Now if you scroll down, you will see this button over here, CP, which stands for cPanel. Click on this button. Again, you'll have to enter your master password. Do that thing and click on proceed. Now a new tab will be opened and you will see your control panel or your cPanel. Now this is how your cPanel looks like. Now the very first thing that you need to do is you need to see your primary domain. So you'll see your primary domain name at the right hand side, and here make sure you see something WP or something DV certificate or something like that is written over here, and you have this logpad besides your domain name. If you have this thing present over here, it simply means that your website has SSL installed in it. If you don't see this thing, it simply means that your website does not have SSL installed. So you don't need to worry about that. You can do it manually as well. You can do it yourself. You can simply click on this search bar and you can search for SSL. You'll see this option, let's encrypt SSL. Select this option and scroll down. Now you have to select the domain name on which you want to install SSL. If you don't see your domain name, you can click on this search and you can search for that domain. For example, I want to use this domain, crowd2.fam.in. So I can select this domain, click on this issue button, and after that again click on this blue issue button, and after that SSL will be successfully installed on your domain name. Now once that is done, you can now install WordPress on that domain. So for that, again click on this search bar and search for Softaculous app installer. You'll see this option, click on this option. Now there are several apps given over here. Whatever or whichever app you want to install on your domain name, you can select that. Obviously we want to install WordPress, which is the first option. You can select this option and click on this install button. Now you'll see this page, and here you have to first of all select the domain name on which you want to install WordPress. So in this case, I want to select this domain, crowd2.fam.in, and make sure under choose protocol HTTPS is selected. There are two options over here, HTTP and HTTPS. S for secure, so make sure you have HTTPS selected over here. Then after that, under this box you will see, under this indirectory box you will see WP is typed in for you. Make sure delete this thing. Make sure this box is empty. Your indirectory box should be empty. Then after that you have your second option, which is your site settings. Now under the site settings, you have to give your website some name and you have to describe your website in few words. So let me change this name to something else. Maybe I'll type in crowd over here, and under site description I'll type in fundraising website or something like that. So basically you have to give your website some name. It could be your name, your personal name, your brand's name, your company's name, and you have to describe your website in few words. Now if you don't want to do this thing right now, if you don't want to change this thing, I'll show you in the latest step how you can do it. Okay, so later on as well, when you install WordPress on your website, you can change this thing from your WordPress dashboard. Then the next option is very important, your admin account option. Now here the default username is admin and the default password is pass. Obviously you should change this thing. If you don't change this thing, it will hardly take few hours before your website is attacked or hacked. Because whenever someone is trying to hack or attack your website, they always try this username and password. So make sure you always change this thing. Now let me type in some other username over here. And after that you can also type in some other password. So you can hide this thing and you can type in some other password. Now once that is done, you have to also change your admin email. So they will give you some demo or dummy email over here. Make sure to delete it and type in your own personal email address over here. Alright. Now again, once you do that, you have to just go ahead at the bottom and click on this blue install button. Now once it is done, you will see WordPress has started installing on your domain name. This is a very short process. As you can see, it is already created. It is already completed. Now once WordPress is installed on your domain name, you will see two links given to you. If you open the first link, this will be your website. So your website is looking something like this right now. If you open your second link, this is your dashboard link. Now this link, this dashboard link, is the most important page. This link or this page is the most important page of your website, because you will be controlling your website from this page. So if you want to change the style of your website, if you want to add any new campaigns, or if you want to add any new features to your website, if you want to manage payments, manage campaigns, everything will be done from this page. And whenever you want to come to this page, you simply have to type in your website name. After that, put a /wp-admin. You will land on this page. Now, whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic things that we have to understand, and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. Now, the very first thing that you'll see, you have this left-hand sidebar, and you will see there are a few options given over here. The first option is your dashboard option, and this is how your dashboard is looking. Now, on our dashboard, we have few widgets which are not really important. So if you want, you can do one thing, go to screen options, and you can untick all these widgets from here. Now later on in this video, we'll add some important useful widgets on this page. Now the second option from your left hand side is your post option. So we'll be using this option to create different blog posts. If you see the demo website, if I scroll down at the bottom, you can see we have created this thing. These kind of blog posts will be created from this place, from this post option. Then after that, we have the media option. Whatever media file is present, whatever images media file is present on your website, you can see all of them from here. You can manage them from here. If you want to add a new one, click on add new, and you can add some new media file. Then we have the pages option, which obviously will be used to create and manage different pages. Then we have the comments option, which obviously will be used to manage comments. So if you want to approve, unapprove any comment, if you want to reply to any comment, if you want to mark it spam or delete this comment, you can do it from here. Then another option, in fact, the next option is one of the most important options, which is your appearance option. So under this appearance option, you basically change the layout, the style, the appearance of your website. So right now, if you see, this is how your website is looking. And this is because of this theme. Now, these three things that you see, these are called themes. And obviously, if you have a new theme, your website design will change. Let me show you. Now, if I just do one thing, I don't want to no, I have not done anything. I have not made any changes to this website. If I just go ahead and activate some other theme, right now this 2021 theme is activated and these two themes are not active. So if I just go ahead and activate probably this 2020 theme, let's see what happens. If I activate this thing, come back to this page, refresh it. And now as you can see, just by activating some other theme, your website design completely changes. So this is basically what a theme does. It changes the style and appearance of your website. Now you should always remember one thing, to only have one website or only have one theme always installed and activated for you. All these extra themes, go ahead and delete them. Okay, just like this. Click on this theme, click on this delete button and delete them. Now the next option is your plugins option. Now under this plugins also, you'll see two plugins are already installed for you. You can just go ahead and again delete these two plugins which are not really important. Now plugin, what is a plugin first of all? Now a plugin is kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, right now this website that we have just created, this is just a regular blog. There is no feature available. In fact, there are no campaign related or fundraising features available. No one can create a campaign, no one can raise any funds, we don't have any payment integration, anything like that. So to add all these features, to add all the fundraising features, we have to use different plugins. So later on in this video, you will see when I install and activate a new plugin, that plugin will add all the fundraising features to your website. Then after that, we have this settings option. Click on this option. Now make sure, first of all, if you have not already changed your website name and description, you can change it from here. Then make sure to see your email address. Make sure your email address is correct over here. If it is not, you can replace it with your own email address. Then make sure to always tick mark this thing, membership, anyone can register. If you don't tick mark this thing, no one will be able to register on your website, which is really bad, because we want people to register on our website. We want people to create campaigns. We want people to raise funds. All these things will be enabled only after they are able to register on your website. So make sure this is always tick mark, anyone can register. Then after that, based on your country, based on your location, you have to change your time zone. Now, if you're from India, you can select Kolkata. If you're from some other country, you can select the time zone of your respective country. And after that, you can just click on Save Changes. Now under settings, you will see permalinks. Click on that. By default, day and name will be selected or some other option will be selected. You have to select this option, post name. This is the most SEO friendly permalink structure. So make sure you select this option and click on Save Changes. Now once you do this thing, again come back to your dashboard. And with this, all the basic settings related to our WordPress website is now completed. Alright guys, now let's do one thing. Let's install the new theme, because right now if you see, your website is looking something like this, which is not really great. So let's convert this boring website into something amazing and beautiful like this one. Okay, so for that we need a new theme. And with that theme, we'll also get all the required plugins, all the plugins required to create this professional fundraising website. For that, we'll have to open a new tab and type in this link. You should be redirected to this page. Now this is the theme that we'll be using for this purpose. You can see this is the crowdfunding and charity WordPress theme. You can scroll down, you can read more about this theme. You can read more about all the features that you get with this theme. You just have to purchase this theme. This is $43. Now this is a one-time payment. You just pay this $43 and you can have this theme for lifetime, and you'll keep on getting all the new updates. So whenever this theme is getting updated in future, you'll keep on getting those updates. So this is really amazing, because most of the platforms don't provide lifetime updates, but here you're getting that, and price is also pretty low. So this is just a one-time payment. And with this, you also get 6 months of support from the theme developer. So if you have any problem related to this theme, if you're not able to achieve a certain feature or a certain design, you can obviously go ahead, click on support or click on comment, and you can go for support and they will help you out. All right. So we need to purchase this theme. Simply click on this buy now and make sure you purchase this theme. Once you do that, you have to select this option. You have to hover this option. And after that, click on this option, download. So basically you have to hover your username and click on downloads. Now here you can see all the different themes and plugins that you have purchased with Theme Forest. You have to select this theme, crowdfunding theme, click on download and select this option, second option, installable WordPress file only. Now you'll see a new zip file will start downloading. Once it is downloaded, you can now again come back to your dashboard. Now to install this theme, click on appearance, click on add new, and now you can upload this theme. So click on upload theme, and you can simply choose this file and click on install now. Now once it is installed, you have to activate this theme. So simply click on this button or click on this link, activate theme. Once you click on this link, you will see and you'll get a new notice. Now before we go through this notice, first let's go ahead and delete this 2020 theme as well, which is not really required for us. Now you will get this notice, this theme requires the following plugins. So you need to click on this link, begin installing plugins. So basically with this thing, as I said earlier, you'll get all the required plugins. So all the plugins will be installed for you. Now you don't need to install it one by one. You can simply take mark it over here. This will select all these plugins. Now under bulk action, select install and click on apply. So this will install all these required plugins for you. So it has all the plugins related to slider revolutions, to create different sliders, WooCommerce to make, and to accept online payments, and all the required plugins. Right, so now as you can see, all these plugins are successfully installed, and you have to click on this link at the bottom, return to required plugin installer. Now we need to activate these plugins. So again, tick mark this thing, under bulk action, select activate and click on apply. All these plugins will be activated for you. This will take just a second or two. Now once it is activated, you will get several options. Let me show you that thing. Now first of all, once it is activated, if you click on dashboard, now you'll automatically be redirected to this page. This is your WooCommerce quick setup page. So from this page you can set up your WooCommerce option. First of all, you have to enter your address. So you can enter any address over here. I'll just enter some dummy address over here, city name, your postal code. So basically this is your business address, your office address, or if it is a manufacturing unit, whatever it is, this is basically your business address. After that, click on continue, no thanks. And in the next step, you have to select this option, let it load. You have to select the kind of products that you will be creating, or in which category basically your website or your products fall under. Now this is not really important. Even if you select something else, it does not matter. This is just a simple survey. So if you select this thing, click on continue. Now what kind of products you will be creating? We'll be creating downloadable products, not physical, but still I'm selecting both options. As I said earlier, not really important. This is just a simple survey. Now click on continue. Now how many products do you plan to sell? You can select anything. You're currently selling anywhere? No, we are not. And after that, you can select these options. All right. Make sure you untick all these options. These are all extra plugins that is not required. So make sure you untick all these things and click on continue again. Now they will recommend you a few plugins. Obviously we don't need them. We already have the best plugin for us for creating a fundraising website. So select this and click